What does golf have to do with diabetes? Now, if you're thinking I'm going to tell you that playing golf will solve all your blood sugar problems, that's not it. But I am going to take a few minutes to use a driving range as an illustration which will conclusively demonstrate why testing our blood sugar is so vitally important for diabetics. The first question that we want to look at in this video is the why of testing your blood sugar. Until this question is settled in your mind, the how and the when really don't mean very much. We human beings are generally partly selfish and partly pragmatic in the choices that we make. We tend to do the things that we consider either pleasurable or valuable to us. Well, there's nothing particularly pleasurable about sticking your fingers with a sharp little needle and then waiting around to see what number appears on the monitor. So the pleasure angle is definitely out. The other motivating force has to do with value. Is testing your blood sugar of any real value to the diabetic or the pre-diabetic? The answer to that question is an emphatic, positive, definite, absolute yes. Testing your blood sugar is incredibly valuable. And to help illustrate the value of testing, we're going to take a trip to our local driving range.
When I was a young guy, I used to love golf. I played it a lot, and there was just something that was so intriguing to me about the game. Hitting a long straight drive or sinking a putt from 25 feet, hitting a sizzling iron straight to the heart of the green. It just hardly gets any better than that, at least in the sports arena. And there was something enticing about the game because, if I was trying to hit a major league pitcher and he threw a fastball at me, I couldn't touch him. If I was trying to return a serve from a professional tennis player, I wouldn't be able to even get a racket on the ball. But in golf, we all hit a few great shots in almost every round. Shots that are almost as good as a pro could do. And that makes you feel like if I could just learn the secret, I could be really, really good. Of course, the trouble is all those other shots you hit that aren't so great. Golfers go to driving ranges like this to do something that they call grooving the swing. To groove your swing means to be able to swing well and consistently time after time after time. It's not enough just to hit one or two good shots in a round. What you want to do is to be able to do it consistently, and that is about the hardest thing there is to do. And the thing that makes this grooving your swing work, the reason you do tend to get better as you practice at driving ranges like this, is something we call feedback. What happens is this. You hit a shot, and let's say it's a terrible shot. It goes way right. You look at that shot and you say to yourself, that's not what I want to do. And you make changes. You change your grip, you change your stance, you figure out what you did wrong and you try to correct it. And the fact that you see the ball going way right is telling you there has to be a correction. On the other hand, when you hit a long 250-yard drive down the middle of the fairway and you say to yourself, man, that was great, the feedback of seeing that beautiful drive encourages you to keep on doing the exact same thing. So that's why when a golfer hits a shot, he doesn't continue to look down at the ground. He doesn't look back and talk to his buddy. As soon as you hit a shot on the driving range or in the golf course, you look and you see, where did the ball go? If the ball went straight and true, the feedback tells you you're on the right track. Keep on doing that. If the ball goes way left, way right, dribbles along the ground, the feedback of seeing that ugly, stinking shot will tell you, you can't swing that way, Dennis. You got to change your style, change your grip. That's not the right swing for you. Feedback is all important. If you went to a driving range with a blindfold over your eyes so you couldn't see a thing, you might be hitting the ball solidly, but you have no clue what's going on. You don't know if it went right, you don't know if it went left, you don't know where it went. Now you may be saying, what in the world does any of this have to do with blood sugar? It has everything to do with blood sugar. Just like the golfer needs feedback to be able to see whether he did well or poorly and make adjustments and adapt his swing to do the good, to swing well and hit good shots, so the diabetic and the pre-diabetic needs feedback to know how well you're doing with the food that you eat. And that's where this little baby comes into play, your friendly little blood sugar monitor. It gives you instant feedback. If you don't use one of these, you're like the golfer who's out hitting golf balls at the driving range with a blindfold over his eyes. He has no clue whether he's hitting it well or poorly. He can swing all day long. He'll never improve. He'll never get any better. He'll never know what to do because there's no feedback. Take the blindfold off, let him look at his shots and see exactly how those shots are going, right, left, low, high, whatever. When it comes to blood sugar, this is your feedback. And that's why it's so important to do the post-meal testing. Because after you eat a meal and you wait 1 hour after the last bite and you test yourself, you will find out, how did you do that time? How did things go? You look at your monitor and it says 95 and you say, wow, I hit a long drive down the fairway. I did a good thing. My body likes that meal. And you stay with meals like that. You eat a meal and it jumps up to 180, you say, wait a minute, that's way too high. I've got to make some changes. Jumps up to 250, you should say that is way, way too high. I just can't keep on going like that. So again, your blood sugar monitor is your good buddy, and you'd better learn to love it and use it. And if you don't have one, run to the drugstore and get yourself a blood sugar monitor and learn to use it, because it will give you the feedback you need to know how you're doing and how the meals you're eating affect your life.